Seacology Sudeesa, Sri Lanka Mangrove Conservation Program is one of the very practical conservation efforts of mangroves in the world. This program is implemented by Sudeesa under the patronage of Environment Ministry of Sri Lanka Government and the financial contribution of Seacology USA. The program is purely focused on the natural carbon deposit process against global warming by sustainable conservation of legally demarcated 37,050 acres of mangrove land by the Sri Lanka government. Under Seacology's support, Sudeesa must replant 500,000 seedlings over 1,115 acres of mangrove in 2016 in the Puttalam district and a balance 8,000 acres in a 4-year period in 14 other coastal districts of Sri Lanka with the communities. Secretary to the Ministry of Environment Sudeesa paid an observation visit to the Seacology Sudeesa Mangrove Museum and expressed his views.
Sri Lankaවේ කඩලාන පද්ධතිය සුවිශේෂී ජෛව පද්ධතියක් හැටියට හඳුනාගෙන තිබෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ
Sri Lanka's mangroves are identified as a special ecosystem. We can see mangrove forests along the beaches extending around 1,620 kilometers. According to present estimates, mangrove systems are more than 15,000 hectares around the island. In order to increase the awareness and understanding as well as value of mangroves, Seacology and Sudeesa undertake jointly and development programs to protect the environment. It is commendable. Mangrove Museum, jointly established by these two institutions, can be considered as a special environment conservation plan. We have around 22 varieties of mangroves. A special project is implemented through this museum to enlighten public about that. This project effectively educates the general public about biodiversity related to the mangrove system. When considering the ecosystem of our country, mangrove forests are identified as a special ecosystem. The system helps to reduce global warming and is very useful to many fields, including medicine. The National Indigenous Medical Research Institution and Medical Faculty of the University of Colombo conduct further research about the system. I think through this, we can identify a valuable resource which can be offered to the world. I have a high admiration for the efforts to conduct research and to offer the high value of our mangrove system to the world. We highly respect the enthusiasm shown by Seacology and Sudeesa, which helps in many ways to implement more programs in order to create much awareness amongst the general public. The Sri Lankan government, through the Ministry of Environment, will demarcate mangrove ecosystems along with Sudeesa and Seacology. It also expects to facilitate development and conservation of the mangrove ecosystems and economical benefits that can be obtained by the community. July 2015 to June 2016, Sudeesa has produced over 287,000 mangrove seedlings and replanted over 54,000 in 50 acres. Each community organization is responsible to protect and conserve 21 acres of mangroves and replant 6 acres of mangrove land in their respective lagoon areas in the country. Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, Karunasen Hettiarachchi, added his thoughts on the project.
These programs were conducted with the help of Seacology and the confidence that they have with the Small Fisher Federation. They have established a mangrove museum as well as the nursery for the future programs. So this is quite good for the education of the postgraduate students, and they can conduct research in this place which has reference libraries and enhance the performance of these lagoons. With the help of the Defence Ministry, particularly the Sri Lanka Navy. On 26th of this month, His Excellency the President, Maithripala Sirisena, is visiting this place and having the International Mangrove Day with the participation of quite a number of political leadership and the administrative fraternity of the country. So I wish them all the best for their progress.
For this purpose, under the Seacology financial support, 15,000 community members will be empowered through 1,500 community organizations in 14 coastal districts by providing livelihood development training and microloan facilities. Then the communities must be involved in mangrove conservation. Under this performance, by the end of June 2016, 456 community organizations had been formed in 9 coastal districts and 5,937 members involved in mangrove conservation activities through these community organizations. In addition, 3 days, 29 skills development training for 575 needy women and 13 7-day training for school dropouts of 387 youth had been completed. The skills training completed with 348 women obtaining microloans for their livelihood development. At Sri Lanka level, ecological and economical impact of this program is very high. It is directly geared towards the protection of 37,050 acres of remaining mangrove areas in the island. Sanel Bamnu Senadira of Kuliyapitiya Madhya Mahavidyalaya said that they have gotten together for a project to conserve the environment that they live in. Joining together with Seacology and Sudeesa to conserve our environment is indeed a great experience and has enlightened us on the benefits of conserving our mangroves as well, he said. It has also been a great experience for all at our school. Due to the best participatory conservation practices, the carbon accounting at an average rate of over 95 metric tons of carbon per hectare experienced in planted mangrove forests in Pambalat Chilau Lagoon. In the future, it also must be experienced from other 48 lagoons in the island with conservation process. It is proved by Sri Lankan scientists through their research that 1 hectare of mangroves absorb the carbon of 2 million litres of fuel burned by vehicles. In addition, it is assumed the wild catch of fish is going to be increased in mangrove-associated lagoons by 100% because fish breeding ground is established through mangrove protection. This is the economic result for fisher folk, and they must be motivated naturally to protect mangroves. In this connection, Seacology Sudeesa Mangrove Museum must be demonstrated and shared the empirically obtained knowledge of mangrove ecosystems throughout the world. In association of Mangrove Museum, a permanent mangrove conservation monitoring unit must also be set up to interact and vigilantly follow up the community engagement and other stakeholders' participation in mangrove conservation. Globally, long-term results of Seacology Sudeesa Mangrove Museum is the learning, practice and demonstration value for conservation of all the mangroves in the world. Mangrove Museum assessed that mangrove's contribution to second generation in learning process of natural carbon shrinking and life support systems for humankind by providing food, and medicine and facilitate to protect valuable mangroves for the next generation. The Mangrove Museum building knowledge bases as mangroves are highly valued and meditational plants. Out of 22 species of mangrove plants recorded in Sri Lanka, 15 provides 100% guaranteed medicine to cancer treatment. Research of University of Colombo indicated how mangroves are highly valuable for cancer treatment, especially for breast cancer. In addition, the Ayurvedic Research Institute of Navinna, Colombo assures mangroves are a source for many medication for diseases of human life. Dr. Samira R. Samarkon, scientist of the Institute of Biochemistry, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology of the University of Colombo, spoke of his extensive research on cancer-curing properties of mangroves.
Since we have already been isolated few anti-cancer compounds from mangrove plants, with this particular special project, we are planning to launch a new research program to discover anti-cancer compounds and anti-cancer plants from mangrove species in collaboration with Institute of Biochemistry, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, University of Colombo, Sudeesa Institute and Seacology Institute, USA, and Bandaranayake Memorial Ayurveda Institute. Then our main aim is to develop a particular treatment or particular nutraceutical treatment with anti-cancer properties which can target not only Sri Lankan people, all over the world.
Mangroves are eternal and evergreen. Mangrove forest provides life for humans and demonstrates nature's miracles to maintain the balance of living planet. It's protecting life from climate change and provides food and medicine and safeguards human life. Protect mangroves. They're a part of your life-maintaining system on Earth.